So this is Amar Babu. I completed my BTech from Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. I completed my post-graduation JNTU Hyderabad. Now I am doing PhD JNTU Anandapur. So before starting the strength of material and engineering mechanics, we must know the basics. So from that, first of all, what is meant by force? What is meant by force? So all of you listen here. So force is nothing but, suppose if it is a body is like this. So a force is an action which changes or try to change the position of a body. If the body at rest condition, there is a change its position. Suppose if this body is at rest condition, I am applying action on this body. Because the body at rest condition, because of this action, there is a changes its position. Suppose now initial position is this one. So after application of this action, so it is a final position of this body. So suppose if the body is in motion condition, some velocity, because of this action, there is a change its motion. Suppose if the body is moving at uniform velocity, so there is a change its uniform velocity. Yes, similar here. Suppose before that, what is a body? Body and T. What is meant by body? What are the different types of body? So a body comprises a mass of the system. A body comprises a molecules. Suppose there are different types of bodies. Body is nothing but it comprises a mass. So types of bodies. So the first one is rigid body. What is meant by rigid body? Rigid body. What is a rigid body? See here, if a body comprises particles, so many number of particles, here is a one particle, here is another particle, here is another particle. So the distance between, suppose here is a particle, this distance from here to here, from this particle to this particle, there is a center distance between the particles. Before application of the action, before application of this action, after application of this action, the center distance between the particles is constant. So that is called as a rigid body. So the next one is deformable body. What is meant by deformable body? Deformable body. Suppose here it is a body. I am applying action on this body. The distance between the particles. See here, all of you listen here. So in previous case, before application of this action, the distance between the particle is constant. After application of this action also, the distance between the particles. So this body is called as rigid body. That meaning of that one, there is no deformation or there is no change its position. Now deformable body. So next body is a deformable body. The distance between the particles before application of the force and after application of the force is not same. So this is called as a deformable body. So the next one is, the third body is elastic body. What is meant by elastic body? What is meaning of elastic body? In previous our school days already studied this property elasticity. What is meant by elasticity? Meaning of the elasticity is nothing but, suppose if it is a pen, before after applying the force on this body, so on the pen, so deformation takes place up to certain level. So after removing this force, it comes back to original position. So that property is nothing but elasticity. So whenever force is applied on the body, that is, the action is applied on the body. The action from this side, the action is this one, from this side, the action is this one. After removing this action, it comes back to original position. So that is called as a elastic body. So similar here. So first of all, we are in force definition. Already studied the force definition. What is a force? Force is an action which changes or try to change the position of a body if the body at rest condition, or if the body is in motion condition, there is a change in its motion. So next one is characteristics of forces. What are the characteristics of forces? So characteristics of force. Characteristics of force. So the first characteristics is magnitude. Magnitude. First characteristics is magnitude. So next one is direction. Next one is a direction. Next one is a point of application. Point of application. Point of application. So first of all, we will discuss about the first characteristics. So first one is what is a magnitude? Magnitude is nothing but, here is a magnitude. First one is magnitude. What is a magnitude? Magnitude is nothing but the most commonly unit for representing the magnitude of the force is newtons. The most common used unit for representing magnitude of the force is newtons. That is the first one. So that is nothing but, next point is how much action. What is how much action? That is nothing but magnitude. Magnitude of the action is applied. So how much quantity with which the action is applied? How much quantity with which the action is applied on the body? So that is called as magnitude. So it is a characteristics of magnitude. Direction is nothing but, here is the direction. A direction comprises two parts. So line of action. Line of action. First one is a line of action plus nature. Line of action plus nature. So first next one is next characteristic is a direction. Direction. So direction is nothing but, it is a line of action of a force. So there is no simple, here is a, all of listen here, 1 minute. The direction is nothing but the line of action of a force. Suppose if it is a body, is this one. The line of action of the force is called as the direction. The line of action, suppose if it is a body, if it is a body, now I am applying action in a horizontal direction. So this is a line of action. Suppose this line of action, the line of action is nothing but, the direction is nothing but the line of action of a force. The line of action of a force may be horizontal, may be vertical, may be inclined to horizontal or inclined to vertical. So this is a direction. Clear? All of you clear? Now next one is nature. So along the line of action, next one is nature. Nature of the force. What is the nature of the force? Along the direction, the way with which the body is moved. Suppose along the line of action, suppose if it is a body, this is a line of action. So along the line of action, the body may be pushed or pulled. And this, now here the body in this direction, the body is pulled. So now here is now suppose if this direction, the body may be pulled in this direction, or in this direction the body may be pushed. So along the line of action, the way at which the body may be pulled or pushed, that is the nature of force. That is a nature of the force. Next one is point of application. What is a point of application? See here, suppose if it is a body. If it is a body is this one, body is this one. Now the line of action, that is nothing but the concentrated, the action is concentrated at a particular point on the body. The action is concentrated on a particular point of the body. So this is called as point of application. Point of application. This is a point of application. So this is about introduction of the force. Again, next one is before this system of forces. After this, so we know the basic concept of force. Next one is what is a system of force. Now, from this concept, we will learn there are characteristics of a force. Now, this is a direction, this is a nature of the force. So, this is a nature of the force. Magnitude is nothing but 100 Newton, for example. This is a magnitude, this is a direction. So, line of action, this is a nature. So, this is a direction, this is a line of action, this is a nature of the force. This is a nature of the force. Next one is system of forces. System of forces. System of forces. System of forces. Whenever more than one force simultaneously acting on a body. Okay, suppose if it is a one force, there is another force is like this, another force is like this, another force is like this. So, whenever a number of forces acting on a body simultaneously, so this is called as a system of forces. Whenever number of forces acting on a body simultaneously, so this is called as a system of forces. So, the next one is here. So, before entering to the system of forces, there is we must know another concept. What is a plane? What is a plane? What is a space? Spatial coordinate system. So, what is a plane or what is a spatial coordinate system? What is a plane? What is a spatial coordinate system? Plane is nothing but, suppose if a body, suppose a body having only two dimensions, suppose here is a, I am taking some body. The two dimensions are, this is a one dimension, this is the height of the body is h, so length of the body is L. Length of the body is L, thickness is T. When comparing this thickness compared to L and H, this is a very, very small. So, a body, a plane is nothing but it having only two dimensions, that is length and height. There exists a third dimension, but third dimension is a very, very small. A plane is nothing but it having only two dimensions. There is another dimension also there, that dimension is a very, very small compared to remaining two dimensions. So, this is a plane. Next one is, so spatial coordinate system are space. So, here is a spatial coordinate system. So, here is a body having three dimensions. So, a body having three dimensions, all these three dimensions are considerable. So, these three dimensions are considerable. So, here is a spatial coordinate. So, space is nothing but it is a combination of more than one plane. Suppose if it is a vertical plane, if it is a, when this plane is vertical, this is a vertical plane. When this plane is horizontal, this is a horizontal plane. Again, there is a plane is like this. This is a, in our concept, this is called as a profile plane. So, a spatial coordinate system is nothing but it consists of more than one plane. More than one plane. So, first of all, so system of forces is over. Now, there are different system of forces. Whenever forces and so again system of forces can be divided into two types. So, the first one is coplanar system of forces. Coplanar system of forces. Coplanar system of forces. Another one is a non-coplanar system of forces. Non-coplanar system of forces. System of forces. Again, coming to here, coplanar system of forces, whenever more than one force is in one plane, is acting in one plane. Suppose if it is a plane, it having only two dimensions, third dimension is a very, very small, we are neglecting that one. Whenever we call it a plane, whenever forces and their line of action is in one plane, forces and their line of action is one plane, this is called as coplanar system of forces. So, coming to here, non-coplanar system of forces. So, forces and their line of action. Forces and their line of action not only in single plane but acting in a different planes, that is nothing but in a spatial coordinate system. Spatial coordinate system. Forces and their line of action. Suppose one force is acting here, there is another force is acting here, there is another force is acting here. All these forces are not only in single plane but is acting in a different planes. So forces and their line of action acting not only in single plane but acting in a different plane. So this is called as non-coplanar system of forces. Non-coplanar system of forces. So under the coplanar system of forces, there are different types here. Coplanar concurrent forces. Coplanar concurrent forces. Coplanar concurrent forces. All of you see, under this classification, it is a coplanar. That is nothing but all are in must be in one plane only. See here, coplanar concurrent forces. So here is a forces and their line of action in one plane, but the line of action of the forces are intersect at one point. The line of action of the forces are intersect at one point. Forces and their line of action in one plane, but the line of action of the forces are intersect at one point. It is a one force, it is another force, it is another force, it is another force. These are intersecting at this point, but are all these forces are lies in one plane. So it is called as coplanar concurrent forces. Coplanar nothing but it is in one plane. Concurrent is nothing but forces and the line of action is intersect at this point. This is called as coplanar concurrent forces system. So here also, in this case also, non-coplanar concurrent forces. Suppose if it is a three-dimensional system, it is a spatial coordinate system. Forces, suppose one force is acting here, one force is acting here, one force is acting here. All these forces are lies not only in a single plane but is acting in a different plane, but their line of action is intersect at this point. So non-coplanar means not only in single plane but acting in a different planes, but their line of action. Forces are acting in a different plane but their line of action is intersect at this one point. So this is called as non-coplanar concurrent forces system. Under this non-coplanar concurrent system, non-coplanar concurrent forces. So under this classification, now here is a next concept is coplanar parallel forces. And yeah, this term is common because it is under classification of coplanar system of forces. Next one is collinear forces. Collinear forces. Collinear forces. So under this, so here is a plane, it having only two dimensions. Forces and the line of action in one plane, but the line of action of the forces are parallel to each other. The line of action of this force and these forces are parallel. Not only like this, whatever it may be, suppose if it is there is another case also. Here it is a plane. Now this force is acting here, this force is acting here. These are also parallel. So coplanar collinear forces. Here is a coplanar collinear forces. Now the line of action of the forces is in one line. The line of action of the forces is one line. So this is called as coplanar collinear forces. Forces and their line of action in one line. Okay, in one line. So that is called as a coplanar collinear forces. Now here like this or like this. Here like this or like this. Coplanar collinear forces. But in here the collinear forces are non-coplanar collinear forces. Collinear forces. Here non-coplanar collinear forces are not possible here. Why? See here, suppose if it is a spatial coordinate system, it is a spatial coordinate system. Now one force is acting here. Suppose here I am, let us take example, one force is acting here, one force is acting here, one force is acting here, but the forces are in different planes, but the line of action is not in one line. Suppose here is like this. So in this case, suppose here this is not possible, it is a coplanar collinear forces, but our case is not only in one plane, but forces and the line of action is in different planes, but the line of action must be in one line. But that condition is nothing but in forces and their line of action not only in single plane but acting in a different plane, but the line of action must be in one line. Here this is okay, forces, but first condition is failed here, forces and the line of action only in single plane, but our concept is non-coplanar system of forces is nothing but forces and the line of action not only in single plane, it must be in different planes, and the line of action is in same line. So collinear forces are not possible here. Collinear forces are not possible here. Collinear forces are not possible here. So another one is